Alrighty, good evening, everybody. Afternoon, evening. This is Mr. Hatter. I'm just doing this for the clan real quick. So I know everybody was, no, you cannot. You cannot. I believe you have to make dynamite. Okay, so I know a few people have been asking, especially Polygaming, that, if we can go ahead and make a guide for Zulrah. And so I know a few people in the clan, along with myself, have been doing Zulrah for a little while, and some questions have been coming up: where to stand, what to do, what gear should I wear, da 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 da. And I am going to make a guide on how to basically where to stand. Your gear, if you come to me personally in game, or message me on Discord, or message me in the game, I can let you know what gear, and we can make a best setup for you. But I'm going to go ahead and make the guide on where you should basically stand and all of these things. Prayer and all that. I'm not going to go through each and every rotation. I'm just going to explain the phases within this and go. Now, some things that I advise. Have 76 agility for at least that shortcut, access to fairy rings, stuff like that. If you can get a hold of range potions, some food, prayer pots, 85 range, 85 magic. If you're learning it, that'll help you out loads. Outside of that, just some food. I take anglers, but when you're learning, do like sharks and carbons. The other carbons, you can eat the same tick right after sharks, so it makes you go from eating something that's like 20 HP to 38 HP in one tick, so it's super nice. I am doing well, man. Thank you so much. Get some rest soon, yeah? You can, you just have to make it. Either way, so where I'm gonna say is just making the video real quick over where to stand and what prayer to use. So outside of that, again, your gear does not have to be what mine is. It's just a suggestion. So when I go in, I immediately run to this back corner, and I click this on. You can click Mystic Might on too. Every single time when you come into Zulrah, it's going to be a mage setup, no matter what. And I come back to these two corners because after this, you'll have a chance of getting a melee encounter, as you see right here. So you have your melee encounter. When he's doing this, you run to the next square, attack him again, then run back to this one. Don't stand in the same area as him, for it could be you could get smacked with a stunning melee attack. So then after that melee one, you got the magic, and you should switch over to the blowpipe. Don't be an idiot like me. But turn on your protect from various things. Oh, I need to eat. I didn't have enough space. That's why. For the blue phase, you do protect from magic in your range. For your green, you in your eagle eye in that. With the green phase, you do protect from range, and you attack with magic. So with that being said, your placement is incredibly important. As you see where I am standing in these certain areas, it does matter. For your melees, your melee will always be in the center here. So you want to stand over in these areas. And sorry about all of that at the beginning. I'll try to do another version. If you have questions, go ahead and ask. So again, with this phase 2, and a lot of what's going to be going on in Zulrah is it's trial and error. It's a hard learning curve, but as I was discussing with Skiller Bean and Bubba, it's hard to grasp Zulrah, easy to master. So once you've grasped the concept of what to do in Zulrah, you're good to go. And this will allow you to, my video, to watch over and see, and I'll do a couple more runs and things that I do. So, as you can see there, that's basically the gist of how all of that works. And I could go, like I say, into more and more detail over the certain phases on where to stand and what to do, and all of that. It gets very difficult in terms of where a person should go, if you guys know what I mean. because it's so random. I say random, you have the 4 phases, but it's just a hard concept to learn and explain over a video. I do know Bubba has a helper, Zulrah helper, that I can have him drop that link again into the Discord. So I'm going to go in again one more time without having that scuffed kill, and I'm sorry about that last time. That really threw everything off. But like I say, when going in, make sure you're just range potted up. If you have an imbued heart, awesome. It's not a necessity. So as again, when you immediately go in, you run straight to over here. You don't need to keep your protect from range on right now, because he's not ranging you. If you had just this first phase consistently, you will never have to use protect from range because he's never hitting you. And so then again, we wait to see what comes up next. So we got the green phase again. Green phase, you protect from range, you attack with magic. Naturally, you'll do your Mystic Might or your Augury right here. So then for this, after, I don't know what a rotation this is, but after this rotation, we immediately have a melee right after it. So when running, I kick off both of those prayers. You don't need to have them on. I mean, yeah, they're going to hit you, but it doesn't really matter. You turn on your Mystic Might or your Augury, and you get attacking. And just like over here on the last rotation I had, you just move to here, attacking, move back, do another swift attack, and then right after this, we're going to have a magic phase. So blue phase, we call it the magic phase. It can attack with range sometimes, and I strongly suggest when doing this phase, have your mouse hovered over food. Reason why, she will smack you with a couple range phases in a row. I've been dropped by not paying attention to the range phase, to that magic phase, when she's attacking with range, and have been sent back to Perfidonis or Lumbridge, wherever your respawn is. So then again, when you get back to this, you have your green phase, you protect from range, attack with magic. Your blue phase, you protect with from mage and attack with range. You keep an eye on it just in case. Now I'm going to try to keep doing recording till I get a phase with a so I get a rotation with a Jad phase, and so I can go over that with you guys on what to do. There are 2 different Jad phases because each of the rotations has a different one, or has a little slightly different on what the green guy right there starts off with. And we might actually reach the one on here if I don't do tons of DPS. And as you see with the mage phase, she attacks like with that, and like I say, just keep your finger hovered over just in case, because you get a couple of those little Zulrahs attacking you. It's not a good time at all. Let me get in here. I'm gonna go back to the bank real quick. I'm gonna see if I can force a Jad phase for us to look at, if I can get a rotation that I am liking. So give me a minute. Let me bank up real quick. Get all that sorted, and we can go from there. Get all of that in there. Pull this open. Boom, boom. And like I said earlier, you do not have to have the gear that I have to go and do Zulrah. It is more than simple to do it with Void. If you're going to use Void, if you can get the Western Hard Diary, or Western Province Hard Diaries done, I advise it. That prayer bonus here is great. If you can't, it is completely okay. You can use normal Void here. I use Aram's and Arma just because of the extra range and magic bonus behind it. Do I want, what is it called? Ancestral? I do, but it's not on the top priority. I believe I do fine without it. So again, we're coming in, immediately run into this back little corner back here. Always stand in this sort of area. Let me kick on the, actually, you know what, just so we can potentially make it to that final, to seeing which one we get. If we get a phase that I actually done, this one won't. Okay, no, we might, but we probably won't get to that point, so we'll go over it again. And I'll actually, with this one then, I'll explain why I stand in these locations for certain reasons. And the reason why I do is, your blowpipe cannot range from back here. It has to be here, and so when you have the mage phase that's over here, you can stand right here, not get affected by the poison clouds, and still be able to range properly, and then be able to whip back and attack the Zulrah over here. So I say, it's really complicated. It sounds really complicated. There's a lot to grip while in Zulrah. Huge learning curve. But as I've said over and over, once you grip it, you'll be able to sit here and make a video just like me, talk and gab with the friends. Hey, Steve, man, how are you doing? Yep, so like I say, it might be one of those I may make a separate video for Jad phase. If and when you guys would like it. You guys may not like the videos. I know at least I'm doing a lot of stuff at once, and I know it may come across as too much and everything. Zulrah, it really is one of those bosses where there's so much to do, so much going on, and with that all being said, if you do have any you guys have any questions, even outside of Zulrah, I can answer them. If there's Zulrah related questions, I will try my best. Either way, I'm gonna make this the video. I'm gonna give it a post into the Discord once I get it up and going to see if it can help you guys. Anyways, thank you so much, and hopefully you all have a great day. Bye.